All right, you guys, happy Monday. Erika Kirk, man, she really is just the moment. The speech that she gave, everybody was just wowed by her.
Everything just exploded. After weeks of deafening silence and swirling speculation, Erika Kirk has finally broken her silence, and what she revealed has left the entire conservative movement in shock. It all started when Candace Owens, never one to hold back, publicly accused Erika of hiding a disturbing truth, suggesting that the story behind her and her late husband Charlie Kirk's legacy isn't what the public was led to believe. Candace claimed that Erika was keeping crucial information from coming to light, hinting at betrayals, manipulation, and secrets that could change how people see everything. And for days, Erika said nothing, fueling wild rumors online and leaving millions to wonder, was Candace telling the truth, or was this all part of a deeper power struggle playing out behind the scenes? But now, Erika has spoken, and what she just revealed isn't just a response, it's a declaration that could tear the movement apart. To understand why this moment is shaking the conservative world to its core, we have to go back to where it all began with Erika Kirk herself. Erika isn't just another political influencer, she's the wife of the late Charlie Kirk, the man behind Turning Point USA, one of the most powerful and controversial conservative organizations in the country. Over the years, Erika built a reputation for her faith-based activism and loyal support of the movement, often seen as the graceful, grounded counterpart to Charlie's fiery political presence. But after Charlie's sudden passing, Erika stepped into a new and unexpected spotlight, one she never asked for, but one she couldn't avoid. And that's when Candace Owens entered the picture. Candace, known for her unfiltered commentary and relentless pursuit of what she calls truth, shocked her millions of followers when she publicly accused Erika of hiding something that, in Candace's words, the public deserves to know. The accusation was vague but heavy. She spoke of secrets, manipulation, and a story that's been buried for too long. And just like that, a private tension exploded into a very public feud. But that wasn't the whole story, because as Candace's accusations grew louder, Erika's silence became even more deafening, and the speculation started spiraling out of control. Candace Owens is no stranger to controversy, but even for her, this was different. She didn't just throw shade, she threw a grenade. In a fiery livestream that quickly went viral, Candace claimed that Erika was deliberately concealing critical truths about Charlie Kirk's legacy and the inner workings of their movement. She didn't name specifics, but the implications were explosive. She suggested that money may have been misused, narratives were manipulated, and key facts were intentionally hidden from supporters. There's a lot people don't know, Candace said ominously. And if the truth comes out, many will rethink everything they believed about this family. Those words hit like a lightning bolt. Almost instantly, social media was flooded with theories. Was Candace referring to financial scandals inside Turning Point USA? Was she talking about personal betrayals and internal conflicts swept under the rug? And why, after years of working side by side in the same conservative sphere, was she turning her fire on Erika now? The accusations were vague enough to invite speculation and specific enough to spark chaos. Former allies of Charlie and Erika began whispering about power plays and backroom deals, while others accused Candace of trying to dismantle a legacy she once supported. And through it all, Erika stayed silent, a silence that many saw as guilt, while others saw it as grace. But that silence wouldn't last forever, because while the internet debated her every move, Erika was preparing a response, one that would flip the narrative on its head. For weeks, Erika Kirk said nothing. Not a statement, not a post, not even a hint of acknowledgement. And in today's world, silence speaks volumes. The longer she stayed quiet, the more people filled in the blanks themselves, and those blanks grew darker by the day. Some claimed Erika was protecting powerful people behind the scenes, possibly shielding them from public scrutiny. Others believed she was guarding deeply personal information that could damage not just reputations, but entire institutions. Theories ranged from internal betrayal within Turning Point USA to deeply personal family secrets that were too dangerous to reveal. The conservative ecosystem, normally united against external critics, was suddenly turning on itself. Influencers began taking sides, with some defending Candace's search for truth and others calling her actions a calculated smear campaign. Longtime supporters of Erika shared emotional posts about loyalty and loss, while Candace's followers demanded accountability and answers. It wasn't just about Erika anymore, it was about who controlled the story, who shaped the legacy, and who had the power to define the truth. And then, just when it seemed like Erika might stay silent forever, she finally spoke. And what she said didn't just answer questions, it raised even bigger ones. After weeks of relentless speculation, mounting pressure, and a storm of accusations swirling around her name, Erika Kirk finally decided she'd had enough. And when she spoke, it wasn't through a PR statement or a carefully crafted press release, it was raw, emotional, and deeply personal. In a video that immediately went viral across social media, Erika appeared visibly shaken but resolute, her voice trembling at first but growing stronger with every word. "I've been silent," she began, "not because I had something to hide, but because I was grieving, processing, and protecting the people I love. But silence has been twisted into guilt, and it's time to set the record straight." From the very first sentence, Erika made it clear she wasn't going to let Candace Owens define her narrative. She directly addressed the accusations, accusing Candace of taking bits and pieces of information out of context and using them to craft a narrative designed for attention and outrage. Erika didn't mince words either. She described Candace's approach as reckless and deeply damaging, not just to her and Charlie's legacy, but to the very movement they both helped build. But Erika didn't stop there. In a moment that stunned even her critics, she began revealing parts of the story that had never been made public before. Painful details about her life after Charlie's death, the immense pressure she faced from within and outside the conservative world, and the difficult choices she had to make while navigating grief and public scrutiny at the same time. "There were things happening behind closed doors that most people will never understand," she said. "I stayed silent to protect people, even people who didn't deserve that protection." Those words hit like a thunderclap. For the first time, Erika hinted that there was far more to the story than anyone had realized, and that Candace Owens' version of events might be missing some crucial pieces. But that wasn't the only bombshell she dropped, because what came next would change everything. As Erika continued, the tone shifted from defensive to revealing. She began pulling back the curtain on details that had been whispered about for years, but never confirmed. She spoke about internal betrayals within the movement, power struggles that played out behind the scenes, and how Charlie's passing created a vacuum that some people were desperate to fill. Some of the people who claimed to have Charlie's best interests at heart were the first to try and erase his vision when he was gone, Erika revealed. And when I pushed back, they turned on me. It was a chilling revelation, one that reframed Candace's accusations entirely. Suddenly, it wasn't just about Erika possibly hiding the truth. It was about a larger, more complex battle for control and narrative within one of America's most influential conservative circles. Erika hinted at emails, conversations, and documents that contradicted Candace's version of events, even suggesting that Candace herself might have been aware of the internal conflicts long before she ever went public. Without naming names, Erika spoke of people who used Charlie's name for power and voices who built platforms on division. And though she didn't explicitly call Candace out again, the implication was impossible to miss. This wasn't just about clearing her name, it was about exposing a deeper rot within the movement that Candace claimed to be defending. And the public reaction was immediate. Social media exploded as clips from Erika's video went viral, dissected and debated by millions. Supporters called her speech courageous, while critics claimed she was still avoiding specifics. But one thing was certain, Erika had changed the entire conversation. Yet, even after that explosive reveal, the drama was far from over, because the fallout from Erika's words would divide the conservative world like never before. Within hours of Erika's video dropping, the internet turned into a war zone. Comment sections, podcasts, and political forums were flooded with heated debates, hot takes, and accusations flying in every direction. Supporters of Erika praised her bravery and authenticity, calling her video a necessary pushback against what they saw as Candace Owens' relentless attacks. They argued that Erika had been unfairly vilified while mourning, and that her decision to speak out was both justified and overdue. Others weren't convinced. Candace's loyal followers doubled down, accusing Erika of playing the victim and carefully crafting an emotional story to distract from the real questions. She cried, but she didn't answer, one viral post read. We still don't know what she's hiding. Influential conservative figures began choosing sides. Some publicly backed Erika, condemning Candace's reckless rhetoric and warning that internal feuds only weakened the movement. Others rallied behind Candace, insisting that truth must come before loyalty and that Erika still had more explaining to do. Even mainstream media jumped on the story, framing it as a civil war within conservative circles, a power struggle between two influential women fighting not just for truth, but for control of the narrative. The longer the debate raged, the more questions surfaced. Was Candace genuinely seeking accountability, or was she using Erika as a stepping stone to consolidate influence? Was Erika truly innocent, or was she still shielding something explosive from public view? And as the firestorm grew, whispers of a much deeper story began to spread, one that suggested this feud was about far more than personal grievances. Because behind all the noise, some insiders were hinting at something far bigger, a calculated power play that could change the future of the movement itself. At this point, the feud between Erika Kirk and Candace Owens wasn't just a clash of personalities, it was starting to look like a struggle for power. Political insiders and commentators began speculating that Candace's accusations might not have been about truth alone. Some suggested that by targeting Erika, Candace was attempting to weaken the Kirk legacy and consolidate her own influence within the conservative sphere. Reports emerged claiming Candace had long clashed with Charlie Kirk behind the scenes over strategy and messaging, with tensions occasionally boiling over. With Charlie gone, critics argue Erika represented the last major link to his vision, and removing her influence would leave a vacuum Candace could fill. Others proposed an even deeper motive, that this wasn't about Erika or Candace at all, but about competing factions within the conservative movement vying for dominance ahead of the next election cycle. Erika's defenders claimed that Candace was being used as a blunt instrument in a much larger strategy to reshape the movement's leadership and messaging. The speculation only intensified when Candace responded to Erika's video with a cryptic post. "The truth doesn't need tears, it needs receipts. And I have them." That one sentence reignited the firestorm and left millions waiting for what would come next. It was now clear that this battle wasn't over, it was just getting started. And with both sides digging in deeper, the movement itself was beginning to fracture in ways that could change everything. As of now, Erika Kirk and Candace Owens remain locked in one of the most dramatic public clashes the conservative movement has seen in years. Erika has promised that this is just the beginning of what she plans to reveal, hinting at more details that will clear the record once and for all. Meanwhile, Candace has doubled down, teasing that she'll soon release evidence to back up her claims and prove that Erika hasn't told the full story. Conservative media is split down the middle. Some outlets have rallied around Erika, portraying her as a widow under attack who is bravely defending her husband's legacy. Others have thrown their support behind Candace, framing her as a truth teller exposing uncomfortable realities the movement has tried to ignore. And in the middle of it all, ordinary supporters are left questioning who to trust and what the truth really is. Every new post, every new statement, and every cryptic hint from either side only deepens the mystery. What's clear is that this feud is far from over. And the next chapter, whether it's Candace's receipts or Erika's promised revelations, could reshape not just their reputations, but the entire movement they helped build. What started as a vague accusation has now spiraled into a high-stakes battle for truth, legacy, and power, one that's tearing at the fabric of one of America's most influential conservative movements. Erika Kirk's emotional defense and stunning revelations have forced millions to question everything they thought they knew, while Candace Owens' relentless pursuit of the truth has ensured the controversy won't fade anytime soon. And as both women prepare their next moves, one thing has become painfully clear. This isn't just a personal feud, it's a fight for control over a narrative that could shape the movement's future for years to come. The only question now is, when the final truth comes out, whose story will the world believe? Because if the rumors about what's still to come are even half true, then this was never the ending. It was just the beginning.